What's up, everybody? It's Cleisha. Thank you for coming to All Things Cleisha, where we're closing open wounds. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, you know I love you. How you guys doing? So, I'm having a conversation with a friend of mine, and we talked about how marriage changes people. And we talked about expectations. We'll get into relationships, and one of the issues you have probably heard is, you weren't doing this before, we got married, or you're changed, you've changed since we've gotten married, along those lines, you know what I mean? And being married and being divorced, I kind of understand that, but I think I know part of the problem. I believe that part of the problem is that, during the honeymoon stages of our relationships, during the beginning of our relationships, you've heard the term that, you're meeting that person's representative, right? Right. So the older I get, the more important I believe having clear expectations is what brings longevity to the relationships. And this is what I mean: clear expectations. How do you feel about this? Or do you want to do this? Or do you not want to do that? Or I don't like this, or I don't want to do that. I think if we have better communication and clear expectations, a lot of us can feel better in our relationships, or not feel like, they got, you understand, like they've been bamboozled, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I want. Clear communication, clear expectations. What is my role versus what is your role? I listened to a marriage counselor professor here on Facebook, and he said something about interviewing a couple. They were having premarital counseling, which I do advise. Okay. Individual and premarital counseling is very necessary for relationships. And in this interview, he asked the couple, well, who cleans the toilets? Who's going to clean the toilet in your home? And each person looked at the other person. So the story goes, the woman grew up seeing her father clean the bathroom and clean the toilets, whereas the man saw his mother clean the bathroom and clean the toilets. So they have those expectations from what was modeled in front of them. This is where confusion comes in. This is part of the confusion. We don't talk about things like we should. We don't have these conversations. What do you think about spending? What do you think about savings account? What do you think about holidays? What do you think about children? Your foundation has to be secured. And I've learned this through trial and error. So what I've learned, I'm always going to teach the other so you can be better prepared. Ask those questions. You may think that they are small. You may think that they are minute. You may think that it doesn't make a difference, but trust me, it will. What do they say? The small foxes, gets the hen, or something like that. It's those small fires that can turn massive. Sit down, have those conversations with your spouse or your person of interest to see, their perspective. Write down questions. Go out to eat. Get some coffee, some tea, and talk about, what is your role versus what is my role? What are you expecting me to do? And vice versa. One person may not have a problem cleaning the bathroom. Another person might. You never know. And that causes a lot of confusion in our marriages and in our relationships. So I'm challenging everyone to have those conversations, those important conversations, and so you can be better prepared. And that's been on my heart. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.